The Antlers are a group known all too well to the Missouri basketball community as the rowdy student group at Tiger home games.
Now, their chants are funny to some, but they can rub other fans the wrong way. KOMU8's Jack Washer shows how the group is being reprimanded for something they've been doing for years.
They scream. They yell. They act silly. They're not afraid to let the refs know how they feel. They are the Antlers, a student group not supported by the university. Their purpose is simple: show up to Mizzou basketball games and act enthusiastic. There's no gray area.
Being embarrassed isn't a thing. You go out, every home game we have 18 of them, and you act like an idiot. You have fun with all your friends, and you just got to be willing to put yourself out there and just be creative.
A student group that is the bread and butter of fandom at Mizzou.
Creativity is what the group built itself on close to 40 years ago and made the group well known throughout the college basketball world.
Had a reputation as, if your team goes to play at Missouri, you're going to, experience a pretty prominent fan group that gets after the other team.
Clubs, baby seals! Clubs! But these superfans faced scrutiny for some raw language used earlier this season in November. In a game against Gardner-Webb, the Antlers were kicked out for saying scum, 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 go back to where you're from, repeating that 3 times and then ending with and cry. However, the event staff gave them no response when they asked why they were getting kicked out, and they were escorted down the ramp and out the back of Mizzou Arena. The athletic department sent me a document with cheers they don't see as appropriate. Some of the references include natural disasters like Hurricane Katrina, the turmoil in the Philippines, and finally, tattoos and drug use. But nowhere does it mention the scum, scum, scum chant.
It's what made the next game so hard. They wouldn't tell us exactly what it was that got us kicked out. It was kind of our assumption.
It's a 25-year-old chant. I mean, every game, every time. Why was this game singled out? Why just now is this a problem?
Should something have been addressed earlier? I think that's a good, fair question. I will say that things have been addressed earlier, throughout the year.
However, Moeller's biggest concern is children who imitate the Antlers.
You don't want people taking their little children to games and sending us notes, walking away thinking I don't want my kids to hear that.
But that's been the same environment for 40 years, and it works.
The Antlers say they've changed, and it's actually for the best.
Kind of sparked some creativity in some of the guys. They cleaned up their act, and they've been funnier, wittier jokes. It's kind of sad. It took upsetting that it took 2 games getting kicked out of to do that. But I think it would be hard pressed to be kicked out of another game.
It was just trying to push us back to our creative spot. We haven't toned it down. We've just gotten more creative.
Incidents aside, the Antlers will celebrate their 40th year next basketball season.